with motorcycle fatalities on the rise as they have gone up in the last 10 years now, I would be very surprised if government agencies didn't enact more policies, more public policy to try and stem the rise in fatalities. It's government's reaction to any problem is make more laws. So it would be best if motorcyclists took some responsibility for their actions through rider education, wearing proper safety gear, avoiding alcohol and riding within the limits, so that we could perhaps within our own community stem this tide of fatalities, these tragedies, so that the government doesn't have to step in.
My sister and I both learned to ride by my Uncle Bob. And he really didn't explain much. He just said, here's the clutch, here's the throttle, and he said go. So I popped the clutch and revved the throttle, and I wheelied all the way down his driveway, and he was like, wow, she's good. And I definitely got the bug for riding then, because I thought it was so fun. Even though I watched my sister fall a bunch of times, forgot where the brakes were, and then used her feet. But so I've been riding safely for 16 years. And I know it's hard to believe, but I didn't acquire my safe riding habits from my Uncle Bob. But Uncle Bob did get us our first motorcycle, and that, of course, drove my mother to near cardiac arrest, and I ended up taking a safety course. I've been involved in rider education for 7 years as a rider coach for the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, which is a rider education program that's taught nationwide. The course teaches critical skills that most riders wouldn't learn if they were self-taught or taught by a friend, such as swerving, cornering, and stopping quickly, which by itself is a skill that could save your life. I first started coaching in Boston and eventually rode out to California on my motorcycle and opened up my own school with a friend called Westside Motorcycle Academy. Doing what I do helps me to reach new and returning riders and share some of the techniques and habits that have helped me to become a safer rider. When people find out I ride, I often get the same response, so isn't it dangerous? There is an added risk. You're a lot more vulnerable on a motorcycle, but the risk can certainly be managed by taking the proper safety measures.
Real safety gear, not too many. Most of them are just kids in shorts, and they have no idea what they're doing. And they're in a straight line.
In a straight line?
Yeah, they're in a straight line just going down the street when a car pulls up, and what they don't say is that they're doing 80 in a 35, and they're all afraid of the front brake. So they lock the back up and...
It's very dangerous, however, for many of the riders who don't take the simple safety precautions, such as wearing an unapproved helmet.
Yeah, the wind blowing back your hair, you're in tune with everything. That's why I like these little helmets. They're like not really helmets.
Do you have armor?
No, just a leather jacket.
And have you considered wearing armor in your jacket?
You know what? I'm one of those guys that if they said you don't have to wear a helmet in California, unfortunately, I would not.
Why is that?
And have I had accidents? I've got a bad ankle, bad knee, my collarbone's been broken, and broke my neck.
Or giving excuses for not wearing proper gear, like it's too hot, or I'm only going around the block.
I usually wear, leathers and anything else, but when I go cruising, because I don't live far from here, and I just wear this. I mean, it's not safe.
I think attitude is a great barrier in establishing safe riding habits, and really probably the biggest barrier in changing riders' behaviors.
Should have taken a motorcycle class. I would suggest it. I think it's a big deal. I have.
Okay.
No, Mandy, this way. Can you do that again? Yeah.
Oh, to ride on base, you have to pass. Oh, thanks.
I have a little bit sugar.
Eating candy's bad.
I know.
Not
Just a
motorcycles.
little bit. Okay.